Another story that looked way too interesting to pass up. This is the Los Gatos mom. I think I can only assume Los Gatos refers to an area in California where this woman is from. California's got all those great names. Apparently this mom was throwing parties for underage people. Oh, Mom, you're so sweet. Well, I don't think the authorities are gonna see it the same way. Why do the kids gotta rush to drink so much? I mean, I don't really need you to answer that question. I think I understand it. I was a teenager once, but really, Mom, you're gonna get involved in this? Have you never worked in the service industry? Do you not understand? You are in deep shit for doing this. Let's check it out.
But let's begin with the Los Gatos mother convicted of grooming children and then throwing sexualized.
Okay, I guess that's how they say it out there in California, Los Gatos. I said Los Gatos, like Spanish, but I guess it's Los Gatos. If you're from I guess it's got to be California, Arizona, maybe Texas. If you're from that area and you know how to pronounce it, drop it inside the comments.
Alcohol-filled parties for them. She has learned her fate. After 3 days of victim impact statements in a packed courtroom in San Jose, a judge sentenced Shannon O'Connor to the maximum sentence for her crimes this afternoon. Senior investigator Candace Wynn was in the courtroom.
Was it worth it, Mom? Was it worth throwing your life away? God, unbelievable.
And she's been following this case for more than 4 years. Candace, break down this sentence and how many years is it again, and how many will she
4 years. The justice system sure takes their frickin' time, doesn't it?
actually serve?
The judge has imposed the maximum sentence on Shannon O'Connor of 35 years and 10 months. So O'Connor has been in jail.
This lady's going to die in prison. I hate to say it, unless she gets out on parole or probation.
Credit has added up to 9.5 years, according to the DA's office. So the remainder of her sentence is actually 27 years with good
I mean, it's definitely parole. I don't know what I was saying.
behavior in prison. It could be less than that. Now, O'Connor is 52 years old, Janelle. Her attorney said even with those 27 years, this is effectively a life sentence for her.
Shannon O'Connor did speak this morning apologizing to victims. Did she have a reaction when the sentence came down?
I mean, it's one thing if the kids are getting it right super bad. I understand, but an adult doing this for kids, look, kids don't know what they're doing. You're basically getting them drunk and then watching them potentially drive off and kill themselves and each other. Just not smart at all. Look, I'm not trying to be a buzzkill, but crazy.
So she was crying when she was hearing some of the victim impact statements. She was definitely crying when she was reading her own statement to victims and families. But I will say she was quite stoic when she was hearing her sentencing, as if intently absorbing the information. And
honestly, I was picking on her a little bit, but I mean, rightfully so. But from the way she's describing it, it sounds like this woman knows that she did something wrong and is willfully accepting her fate. And my heart goes out to her because she made a really, really bad decision, and now she has to pay the consequences.
this was shortly after I mentioned she spoke out in court for the first time, addressing the victims and families, saying, and I quote, "I am responsible for the harmful situations I put your daughters and sons through."
Wow.
Now, O'Connor's attorney, he was out here just a short while ago, and he spoke to reporters out here saying that he and O'Connor, they're going to appeal.
Of course, you got to. I mean, for anybody that ever gets charged, always appeal if you can, because you might get a lighter sentence, right?
Never had a meaningful opportunity to settle this case. So I'm not persuaded by those that believe that she was not remorseful. I'm not persuaded by those that believe that she didn't take accountability for.
Yeah, so I guess be remorseful, be accountable, and then you get the smallest possible sentence. But I mean, if you're a judge, I mean, hey, you're supposed to be remorseful and accountable. I wonder if anyone was hurt. I would certainly take that into consideration as a judge. I'm not a judge, so I don't know how they look at things, but if no one got hurt, and which is kind of hard to quantify because you literally exposed all these kids to alcohol, which changes their lives for better or for worse, takes them down a different path. So
her actions,
for the first time in a long time, for these brave, strong, and resilient children and their families, there is some justice.
Candace, many of the victims and their parents were in the courtroom. They were there in the trial. They read their impact statements this week. They had strong statements, too. I heard some of them.
Just to put it into perspective, though, so this is an adult who was throwing parties for underage kids. Extremely stupid and foolish, right? The law historically cracks down really hard on people who give alcohol to minors. But just for perspective, Mackenzie Shirilla, who willfully had two young men in her car, and premeditatedly drove them into a brick wall to kill all of them, got 15 years. She only got 15 years, and this woman got, what did they say, 35 years, and nobody died? I think we could do a lot in this country to make sentences a little more sensical, if that's a word, across the board.
How are they reacting to this sentence, and what are they pleased? Do they feel justice was served?
Yeah, so many, if not all of them, demanded the maximum sentencing, but when they actually heard it, I saw one victim put her hand over her mouth as if shocked that it was actually happening.
Yeah, they're like, give her the maximum sentence. Give her the same that they give for all the murderers. And, you know, just raging out. And then when they give her 35 years, they're like, oh my gosh, old Mama Gatos is gonna die in prison. I mean,
they tell me out here at court that they are very satisfied. In fact, we spoke to two mothers of the victims in these cases, and we're going to hear right now from the mother who actually spearheaded the police investigation.
This shows that when you come together, you put these bad people away, and the kids have a shot, you know? So you got to speak up and speak out. It's the only way to keep everybody safe, happy, and whole.
Now, the one thing that really stood out to me here, Janelle, is that these parents told me it really wasn't all about the parties. They say the biggest problem and what this case is really about is the years of grooming and harassment of their children, some as young as 11 and 12 at the time, by
what the fuck? 11 years old? Mama Gatos. Come on, where did you grow up? How did you grow up? Were you drinking alcohol from like 9 years old, Mama Gatos?
Shannon O'Connor. Shannon O'Connor, she still adamantly denies that she orchestrated any sort of sexual misconduct between the underage teens.
Okay, you've been following this case so closely.
See, that's what I'm saying. These kids get drunk and then you're changing their lives by making them do all kinds of weird stuff that they never would have done without alcohol in them system when they're in their system. It's completely gross. Do I think the sentence is a little too harsh? I don't know. It's pretty bad what she did, but do I think it should be harsher than killing two people intentionally? No, I think there should be a little bit more parity there. So that's the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for coming out. Check me in the next drop. Until then, peace. You're the best. Don't you forget it.